Lao-Shi Lawrence McElroy here for Water Tiger School of Tai Chi Chuan. As you can see, a little bit different perspective. Probably knew that that was going to be it, well, from the thumbnail, obviously, but also the name of today's focus. In the physical training, stretching and physical training playlist, it is going to be about abs. The last time we did anything ab-oriented was in the very, very early days. As a matter of fact, March of 2020 wasn't even over yet. The video was uploaded on, I believe it's the 27th, March 27th of 2020. And it's one of my favorite sort of portable workouts because it doesn't require any equipment. It's chest and abs, so it's push-ups and core work. So anyway, this particular video isn't really going to be a workout as that one sort of was. This is really just sort of a demonstration of a little bit of how to modify your ab routine if it's too hard, but really about turning up the volume. So I have some stuff with me here, and we'll talk about some other simple ways to do that as well. We're going to focus just using 3 different ab exercises as sort of our springboard into how to turn up the volume on your ab routine. And that'll be scissors, bicycle, and an oblique crunch. So I don't really need to warm up. If you want to do, if you want to play the demos with me, you might want to hit pause and do, a little bit of something in the core to heat it up, something that's twisty. Get the arms a little bit involved because, we're going to add maybe a little bit of weight. And I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to crunch my mint. And we'll get to it. So, no, t-shirt reveal, nothing to say. Because when we're doing stretching and physical training, it's just a workout t-shirt. So the first thing that I want to point out is many of us, if our ab routine is a little bit hard to start with, lose the shoes. Right, now these are Zero shoes, they're not very heavy. But, every ounce counts. So, if your ab routine is getting to is hitting you a little bit too hard, take off the shoes, take off the socks, save the weight. So that's the first thing. The other thing, and I'll, start with scissors, just a few reps here, 3 pairs. And a basic scissors is head down, arms down, and you're switching back and forth. Now, I can also turn down the volume here by setting the one foot on the ground, or turning it up. I can also turn the volume down by plantar flex instead of dorsiflex. When I turn it up a little bit more with no extra equipment, I can start with just the head up, or I can activate entirely. So there's one. Right, same thing with scissors. Or not scissors, I just did scissors. It's going to be a long video. So bicycles, the head obviously is up, but you could set it down between every rep and set the leg down between every rep, or stay up. And again, plantar flex, a little bit less work than dorsiflex. Just that little bit of activation. You can also turn it up a little bit more by being entirely upright. The oblique crunch, about a 30-degree angle. Use this arm, right, to push yourself up. I can leave one leg down and do the oblique crunch that way, or both legs. And again, plantar flex, is easier than dorsiflex. Have a little bit of a mic issue here. I'll shift it down a little bit. So, there's some basics. Again, you can lose the shoes, keep the head down. I can also, in the oblique crunch, instead of staying active and keeping the shoulder off the ground, I can rest the legs and the upper body and come up and down and up and down. So there you go. Dorsiflex versus plantar flex, shoes or not, and head up, head down. So the next, you want to turn up the volume a little bit. These are just little 1 pound hand weights. So you go on pretty easy right there, so you just have that. A little bit of weight added on both sides. Now, granted, if you already do pretty intense workouts, this is going to seem pretty wimpy to you as far as turning up the volume. I know people who put on weighted vests and do their ab routine and use a lot more weight than I'm going to use. So anyway, since I'm at this angle, again, not a lot, especially with scissors and the basic scissors, but you know, it's going to be a little bit harder. But you can also do a scissor twist with that extra weight. Bicycles in any kind of orientation, because you have that extra weight at your hip. Going to be a little tougher. And oblique crunch. Again, a little tougher with just a little bit of weight added. You can also find various increments of ankle weights to use. So you can find them lighter than 2.5 pounds. You can find them heavier than 2.5 pounds. I'm kind of wishing, since I'm talking through doing this, I had lighter ankle weights. So in, you know, the double leg exercises, you're holding an extra 5 pounds there, you know, but scissors, again, keeping the one leg off the ground. And again, I can do the head, leave the foot on the ground, or I can do the whole shebang. We're going to straightening that leg. It's a little bent this morning. I'm going to turn this way, just for change. Variety is good. And bicycles. Not looking forward to bicycles. You know, and there's also the standard bike where you do this. Forget about that. But just the bicycle twist back on the ground. Bicycle twist. Activated plantar flex, dorsiflex, whatever. trips your trigger. And finally, oblique crunch. So here's something you may not think about in an oblique crunch. It's not just bringing the body, the upper body to the lower body. It is making sure that you're activating your obliques as you do that. So now I am lifting an extra 5 pounds on my ankles, doing an oblique crunch. Oops, bounced off the ground. And you know, the joy of using some extra weight as you do these is taking the weight off. For when you take the weight off, all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, this is easy, right? Man, I could do scissor crunches without all that extra weight now. And there you go. Short little video, busy week. But this one just came in mind recently when I was doing an ab routine. So, again, for some of you, that was nothing. Probably wondering why he's breathing heavy. But like I said, kind of hard to talk and intensify at the same time. I have to admit, you know, for this one and for the chest and abs video, I really admire those trainers on the various platforms that are working out and talking through their workout. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some ideas in how to maybe turn up the volume a little bit on your ab routine if you feel like you've plateaued and you need to do something a little bit extra. You know, start by, you know, if you always take off your shoes, put them on, you know, and maybe, you know, if you have light aerobic trainers and then you have something more substantial in a trainer, put on the one that's a little bit, you know, has a little bit more cloth and leather in it, a little bit more sole in it, so it has a little bit more weight. And that starts to move you in the direction of adding weights. All sorts of different weighted gloves are possible. And again, if, hey, you know, if this was nothing, go out and find a nice weighted vest and do that. Of course, if you have your head down in a weighted vest, you're not really doing anything, but anyway. So we're still in our, you know, every 3 weeks, and we should continue that. There is some contemplation of extending it to just once a month, but at this time, that's not in the cards. And I know I had announced that this would be Tai Chi in rotation because we've been doing Tai Chi and Qigong in rotation, but again, physical training kind of came to mind. We put it in the queue and then just decided that this was the week. So we'll be back. It should be, unless we change our mind again, Tai Chi oriented the next time we appear on our YouTube channel. So keep in mind always that we do screen the comments for the YouTube channel, not trying to, you know, hoe out criticism, but just to keep some of the spam that the YouTube algorithms do not pull. So positive, negative comments both go on as long as you're not flaming us. And we also post a link on our Facebook page, Water Tiger School Tai Chi Chuan. And that, of course, is a little bit more open community. But, you know, if you flame us there, it ain't going to stay up and you won't have access to our Facebook page anymore. So constructive criticism, always good. Compliments, always good too. Shares are always good too. and take care. And we'll see you next time.